First of all, we have an approval, a resolution to approve the 21-22 fee schedule. Had an opportunity, I hope, to look things over in terms of the fee schedule. There are a number of changes. I would like to, however, on the third page, I would like to note that under septage dumping fee, that has been crossed off, as well as recreational vehicles, and I don't know if that's an item that can be established later on should a decision be made to continue with our own sewer. We would continue at that point to set up a building where septage can be taken. So I don't know if we can establish, continue to keep that there just as reference, or whether it can be put on again later. I think it's easier to leave it than it is to take it off and then put it back on. So I would note that.
I see Don doing a shoulder shrug.
You can certainly add it later, and maybe after you decide how much it's going to cost for the septic facility and everything else, maybe the rate that you used to charge isn't enough to cover it. It's on, but I figured Jake's going to talk more than me, so I aimed it towards him.
Jake talks more than you.
I mean, that's fine. If it's easy to put back
Yeah,
on.
it's like any
I don't
fee, you could just, you could add it by, just by resolution,
Yep.
anytime during the year. So,
That was my concern, whether it was
Because-
easier to leave it on, or whether you could
Yeah.
put it back on.
no, just like if you decide to change a fee mid-year, you can do that too by resolution.
Yeah.
So not to mess Heather up, you know, and we already deleted it, so.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Make sure, yeah.
Thank you, Doc.
Then I would ask for a motion to approve the fee schedule for 21-22.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Trustee Abolito?
Aye.
Trustee Lancy?
Aye.
Trustee Lauer?
Aye.
Mayor Byers?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Next, we have a motion to approve the 2021 Webster payroll chart, and you have that in front of you. If there are any questions, if there are no questions, I'd ask for.
I do have some questions.
Yeah.
Not questions per se, but I thought at one point we discussed attaching, and I guess we can change it at some other time. Attaching salary increases based on reviews and objectives and things like that. So I know you can put in this amount now, but we should be also reviewing it.
We did do that.
So I haven't seen any documents as of yet.
They will be done by June when these go into effect.
I'm sorry, please say that again.
The reviews will be done by the time the increases go into effect. You have them in your email.
Just having good practice to remind. All right.
Although some of the increases are contractual,
Yep.
you know, and
And some are not.
so the contractual ones you're kind of stuck with.
Agreed.
Good review
Yes.
on that, because it's
Yes.
just these are basically just the 3%, right?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Not that there's an issue.
But that was a good question.
Oh, boy.
Man director, $198 increase.
The what? The
Band
input?
director.
I assume that's 3%?
The Harvey, yeah, Harvey Cohen sent me a band budget request, and they had, their total request was less than last year's, and they split it up differently, so I just put it in the way they asked us to. And that included a little raise for the band director.
It was ultimately a decrease, yes.
It was ultimately a decrease, you said?
Yes.
Overall?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I.
the band budget for this year overall is smaller than last year.
They indicate anything, I know it may be early, anything regarding playing their Thursday night concerts?
Not to me.
Just one.
They were definitely, they reached out to us recently, and I talked to Don, and they wanted to go back to practicing, so they're kind of figuring out what they can do right now. So they're trying to do that.
Then if there's no other comments or questions, then I'll ask for a motion to, or a resolution to approve payroll check.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Trustee Lancy?
Aye.
Trustee Weller?
Aye.
Trustee Alito? Mayor Byers?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Next, we have a notification of 2021-22 tentative budget modifications. There are a couple here in the general fund from line AA 1010-100 and line AA 1210-100. The legislative trustee personnel and executive mayor personnel, a decrease of $843, which would move to a contingency fund of AA 1990-400, and modifications to the tentative sewer budget, and that again would be GG 1010-100, legislative trustees from 63, decrease of $63, GG 1210-100, executive mayor personnel, decrease of 30, to GG 1990-400, contingency of $93. This would be in accordance with the budget, which was holding at the mayors and the legislative trustees at the current level.
Maybe a suggestion, move the $843 to the 9/11 instead of contingency.
You're on a roll.
That's good, very good.
I don't know how much was previously budgeted, but you got $843.
I mean, it's where it's going to come out of anyway, so we could, I suppose, do that.
Sure.
Well, I think it's a nice gesture.
Oh,
Instead the
absolutely.
trustees and the mayor are taking any increase and giving it to a 911 ceremony, you know?
Sure.
Sounds good to me.
I like it.
We're gonna throw your salary in there.
Big plaque.
So we would then have modifications of decreasing in both the general and sewer, and the total, which would have been moved to contingency of $936, we could move to the line, where is that? AA 75-51-400, which is the 9/11 memorial ceremony.
Well, the $93 you probably can't, because that's in a separate fund.
Right.
That's in the sewer fund.
That's
So
sewer.
that's why I suggested just doing the 843.
Yeah.
That would be fine.
That's good.
Motion to approve that notification. All right, very good. $843 then going into that particular line for 9/11 Memorial Ceremony. Next, we have a resolution to adopt the modified 2021-22 tentative budget for the general and sewer funds. We had a presentation last meeting, and we had no extensive comment regarding it. I don't believe any significant changes except the 9/11 that I see here. Our budget total expenditures total $2,876,780. And it looks like general revenues total the same, $2,876,780. With our sewer budget of $1,237,045, and expenditures and revenue being the same. So,
Nice, nice job.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
and if there are no other comments other than thank you for the job well done, I'll ask for a motion to approve and to adopt the modified budget for 2021-22.
I'll make that
I'll
motion.
make that motion.
Second.
Trustee Lancy? Trustee Lauer?
I thought I was first.
You did at the same time. Trustee Polito?
Mr. Rogers.
Mayor Byron?
Aye.
Motion passes.